Hey Scorpio, welcome to the Esoteric Empire. Okay, so you're already starting early. Let's see what's happening for you during these next 2 weeks. All right, so I see your energy peeking out just a little bit, but let's start with the first thing that I'm seeing. So we have the King of Pentacles, very beautiful energy. This is basically saying, I like to say when I see this card, you're about to be eating really good. Okay, the food is going to be immaculate. I don't know what you're going through, but you're about to eat really well. The King of Pentacles on a very serious level though is about being able to have ownership of your financial life, your health, your home life, all the things that humans or being on earth is about, as far as like what we get to experience. So our homes, our children, our family, our health, cooking, eating, work, the things that are very human to us. You're having complete ownership of that at this time. Very, very nice, Scorpio. We have Seven of Swords next. So I do see that there is an upgrade or some sort of beautification to a conflicting situation. So whether you find a solution, or maybe you found out the truth, maybe you found a loophole, something like that. So we're going to see what that is in just a second. And we also have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords, there's a lot of assertive energy. There's a lot of being in charge. So you have two kings here. And so this is what I'm seeing here. Two kings, okay? So it doesn't have to be two men necessarily, but those parts of your personality are showing up quite a bit. So meaning that there's an articulate side to you, there's a logical side to you, and there's a very mentally assertive side that is going to start showing very soon within these next 2 weeks. So let's see why all of this is happening. What's causing it? Okay, so the ownership and the succeeding at your financial life, your home life, your health. What is that all about? We have the Hermit, the Three of Swords, and the Prince of Pentacles. Okay, Scorpio, so I see that you're able to be successful at what you're doing because you've had a lot of humbling experiences. You have been learning, and the teacher has been life. The teacher has been time. The teacher has been possibly studying. But what I think is you've had a lot of alone time because of some negative situations that have happened, or some endings to situations that allowed you to have that alone time with yourself to really learn about yourself and also just focus on the things that you want to happen. So for a lot of you, it's just been, you've been focused, you don't have any distractions, and so now your life is starting to show that. We also have the Prince of Pentacles, which is also letting me know that you've had assistance with money, or assistance with time management, assistance with your home life, assistance with your health. So you've been either doing your own research to figure out what that is, or you over time you've improved the things within this sector of your life. So now it's starting to show. You've gotten older, you've gotten wiser, and you just become more aware of the things that you do care about. And a lot of that does deal with your health and your home life and, your money for that matter, what you eat. I don't know why food is such a big part of this reading. I am a little hungry, but I mean, geez, it keeps coming up. So I am seeing a lot of this here. I feel like some of you may have had, this may not have anything to do with the reading, but I'm seeing some of you have a very specific dietary lifestyle. So whether you're vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, maybe you don't eat any dairy, something like that. Like maybe it's new, maybe it's old, but it's showing up here that you're very particular about something when it comes to food. And so I think that also has had an effect on the way things have been going for you as well. So this Seven of Swords, right? So let's see what upgrade, possibly a solution that has been presented to you because of a conflict that's been going on. Six of Cups. Okay, so something about the past has shown up. But I think what this is saying even more so is that there's some beautiful things that have happened to you that I think for whatever reason you're starting to understand those moments more. And you're also being recognized and you're being congratulated for certain things. It's almost like you're being appreciated for things that you have done that you didn't get credit for before. I don't know if you're giving yourself this credit or if this is another person giving you your flowers, but you're definitely getting that. And I think that's for whatever reason, whether you knew you needed that or not, that's very pivotal for you right now. You're able to see that, there are people that appreciate you, or you did do really well. You're not as bad as you thought you were. There probably was a lot of negative thoughts that you would have to yourself, or that maybe you told yourself, because sometimes we can be our own worst critics, Yeah, and the devil. A lot of you have went through some things where you were in a loop at one point in your life, and I think you felt a lot of guilt, or you felt sneaky, or you felt like it was something you had to hide. But I think at this time in your life, you're able to see, yeah, maybe that wasn't the best way for me to act at that time in my life, but there were so many beautiful moments about it. There were so many great things that I can look back and say, wow, like I'm pretty freaking cool. Or maybe that situation wasn't as bad. Maybe there are some hidden blessings and lessons within that challenging time of my life. And I think for whatever reason, you're uncovering that for yourself. And that's such a relief, because I feel like you can get out of this mental and emotional bondage that you've been wrapped inside of for quite some time. So a lot of healing is showing here. I think a lot of forgiveness is happening for yourself and maybe for other people. And I think a lot of maturity is happening, Scorpio. I think you're, having a lot of phoenix moments, and you're becoming so much more stronger just based off of you being aware and not running from your fears, or running from the parts of yourself that maybe you're not proud of. And you're learning to see the good in even that side of you, right? The King of Swords is here. So we're seeing some sort of very assertive energy, very masculine type of logical thinking, analytical thinking, and you've mastered that. But I want to make sure you're not being too hard on yourself. So let's see. Based on what I'm seeing so far, I don't think you're being too hard on yourself, but let's just make sure. Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this may be how you are around your family or at work, but I also think that this is saying that the King of Swords is actually working for you. It's actually a good part of yourself. So maybe sometimes you've been too emotional in the past, meaning you've allowed your emotions to dictate your next movement, or how you feel about yourself, or maybe your emotions have gotten in the way of a lot of beautiful things, and now you're a little bit more logical about things and analytical. You don't take things so personal, and anything that does block your blessings, or anything that does make you feel like it's not worth it, you're like, I don't have to deal with it. I don't have, just because there's emotional attachments, it doesn't mean that I have to deal with anything negative. And I think you're being it's just that simple. It's black and white for you now. We have the World. So like I said, you've moved on to a new chapter within yourself. You've become more awakened. You're more broadened to the rest of the world. And I think even though you're being logical, you still have a lot of compassion for people now, because life has humbled you in so many ways. And I think that that's a really beautiful thing. So the evolution of yourself is starting to become very obvious, to where other people can see it as well, people around you. One of the things that I also see that you're going through right now, Scorpio, is you have compassion for other people now. Meaning when you go out into the world, yes, you may be a very logical person, but you're realizing that a lot of the good within yourself can help other people be good too. So like it's almost like you're giving back to people, even if they don't know, or if they haven't been through anything, or maybe they are going through things, but like you try your best to be good in the world. And I feel like that's why your blessings are here, and that's why you get to eat good. That's why you get to feel comfortable. That's why your health is great. That's why you can forgive yourself, and so you can give that compassion to other people. And I think that's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I think that's why you can appreciate life. And that seems very minor, but you'd be surprised by how many people don't get to really enjoy life the older they get, because they can't smell the roses, because they're so caught up in their own shit that that's all they smell. You understand what I'm saying? So Scorpio, very, very good progress, very good healing that I can see. Like, you really have been working on yourself. It's one thing to want peace, but it's another thing to actually get it and then actually be able to blossom within that peace. Sometimes people have peace and they go crazy, and then they just go back to their old ways. And so I want to really, give you your flowers for the growth that I'm seeing here, Scorpio. Like, honestly, very, very well done. This is a great 2 weeks for you. Yeah, I'm really glad to see this for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.